Oh. Well, hello. I didn't see you there. Hello. How are you? You startled me. I wasn't expecting anyone to be here. I thought that I would turn around and I'd see an empty stream, but apparently people are interested. Hello, everybody. What is going on, everyone? Phil here live on the stream. Today is Sunday, August 19th, 2018. I welcome you all to the stream. How are you doing? Hopefully you had a good day yesterday when I was not live streaming. And are ready for some action, some fun, okay? So, hello everybody. Let's talk. Let's talk about many things that are going on. I have a lot of positive updates, which is good. I have a big announcement for the pre-stream. Also, this pre-stream I have to finish in 30 minutes. The reason being, guys, is because I have to go season and stir my sauce, and then I have to get started with Dark Souls 3. Today is a saucy Sunday, which means that during the course of today's stream, I will be making a pot of Italian sauce. It's actually simmering in my kitchen right now. However, due to the fact that now I do things a little differently, as you guys know, I make longer videos and the like for YouTube, I'm only going to be taking a break once every hour on the hour. Starting at noon will be the first one. Okay, and then every hour after that, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and then probably around 4 p.m., the sauce will be ready, and that'll be the end of the stream. All right. So in reality, yes, today's gameplay stream is going to be a tad shorter than usual, but the pre-stream is going to be much shorter because I need to get started with gameplay, and I need to get on this regimen so that I am seasoning and stirring the sauce on time. You may be saying, but Phil, you know, if you used to do this sauce and have to stir it every 20 minutes. You're right. Kat is actually going to be on top of that. Every half hour or so, she's going to be running in there to stir the sauce, and then every hour on the hour, I'm going to go down to season it with her, okay? She's basically learning. She's becoming a good Italian cook like me, and she's learning how to make the sauce, how to season it and everything slowly. We've only done this sauce about 2 times together before, so, you know, a slow learning, okay? So that's how it's going to go. Now let's talk, guys, because I got a lot to talk about on this pre-stream, and I have a short amount of time to talk about it, because I have to hurry up here, okay? So, I have much news. The first news that I'm sure everyone is going to want to know, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I am going to be getting a PS4 Pro finally. I mean, after a year of people kind of goading me and teasing me and kind of saying they were going to do it and never did, mostly I get the feeling most of them were people trying to troll me, quite frankly. Someone who is a very generous person who prefers to remain anonymous is donating a PS4 Pro. And thank God, because just recently I've been having so many problems again with my PS4, with the audio just Friday, the audio went out twice during competitive matches of Street Fighter I'm trying to play, and my headphones go dead, and I'm like, what the fuck? This fucking piece of shit console is gonna die any day here. So I am getting a PS4 Pro. Now, the good news was I would have had it yesterday, but yesterday was my day off, and they attempted to deliver it when I wasn't home, and they wouldn't leave it because it was too valuable of an item. So they're supposed to be re-delivering it tomorrow, and Kat will be home all day tomorrow to accept the delivery of the PS4 Pro while I'm streaming. And so, hopefully, if everything goes well, knock on wood, I should be receiving a PS4 Pro this week, okay? Now, of course, this is the first step towards a lot of things. Number one, hopefully we won't have any more bullshit on streams with audio going out for me and USB error and all kinds of nonsense. You know, I've been having a lot of problems with my current PS4 for a while. It is a launch PS4. I'm not surprised it has problems since I've used it so much since launch. And the good news also is, with these modern consoles, it's not a big deal. Like, all my saves are stored in the cloud. So I should be able to just log into this new PS4 with my PSN account, you know, install or download any games that I'm currently playing, and then just continue off from where I am, because all my saves are in the cloud. It'll just re-download them, right? So it shouldn't be that much of an issue. Maybe a little bit of setup initially, but not too big of a deal. And initially, we should immediately start seeing benefits, you know. More hard drive space, no audio issues, no USB issues. By the way, my current PS4 has issues where sometimes it ejects the fucking disc for no reason. And better frame rate. A lot of games supposedly run better on the PS4 Pro than they run on the standard PS4. So a lot of these games that I've been playing recently that just look like shit, hopefully will look better, okay? Now, in addition to all of that, once the PS4 Pro is here and set up, there's potential that maybe I'll be upgrading something else in my setup. I don't want to get too ahead of myself here, but there's potential that, yes, I will be upgrading something else in my setup as well to go along with the PS4 Pro. Basically to prepare for the hardcore gaming season. You know, the biggest time of the year for gaming is about to hit. Okay? And I am very excited to be able to play them all. And imagine if I have now a totally new, refreshed setup here with, you know, PS4 Pro and other better equipment. It could be really awesome. All right? For streams, for everything. So, I'll let you guys know when I have more information. Right now, you know, it's nothing solidified yet. I need to get the PS4 Pro before I do anything, all right? So that's one solid piece of positive information for you guys, okay? Now, there's another piece of positive information that I want to tell you about, but not yet, all right? I'm going to tell you about it in a couple minutes, so sit tight, because what I want to explain to you guys is what's going on right now, because today, ladies and gentlemen, I am returning to Dark Souls 3 for the first time in 2.5 years. Unlike a lot of other people who play these games, love them so much, and then go back to them and play the living shit out of them with challenge runs and the like, I rarely go back, but people really like to see me go back and play these Dark Souls games, anything from Software, right? Earlier this year, I went back to Bloodborne, and not only did I go through the entirety of the game legit, meaning, you know, not really, no hand-holding, no cheating or whatever, but then I also did the DLC, the Old Hunters DLC. And I pretty much mastered it to the point where I was backstabbing the fucking boss. What was his name? Orphan or whatever. And, you know, it was a great DLC. But I had owned my ass years ago with Ludwig. I got my revenge. And I think ever since then, people have been craving. They're like, man, Phil, you really, when you played Bloodborne this time, it was a great run because you really learned. You were parrying. You were doing all kinds of awesome stuff. We'd like to see you now go back to Dark Souls 3 because this was a game that when you got it, when it was new, you played the Japanese leaked version. That wasn't the final version, so the first, you know, 10 hours of gameplay supposedly weren't as hard as they were supposed to be, and then later on, you never beat Nameless King, so can you go back and do a second run in Dark Souls 3? And I said, well, you know what? That's the next thing on my agenda for From Software, but I just don't know when the right time would be to do it, okay? Now, here's what happened. I was supposed to be playing We Happy Few for a while. I was planning on playing We Happy Few, you know, for 2-3 weeks during the course of August. Sadly, the game is a mess. When it released, it is incredibly unoptimized on consoles. It runs like a sack of wet doo-doo. It looks like shit with the frame rate. It crashes constantly. It has tons of game bugs. The game is just basically terrible. It's sad because the game itself, at its core, is good. The premise of the game, the story of the game, the story missions of the game are quite fun, but the game runs so badly that literally this week, people begged me on stream to stop playing We Happy Few. They said, just do anything else. We can't stand it. We can't stand watching how bad this fucking game is right now. You know, we don't mind if you go back to it later if they ever patch it and fix it, but this game is just so shitty right now. Please do anything else, okay? Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem. What do I do for the rest of the month? Right? What do I do? Because the question is now, I had all this time saved up. Really, the only new games coming out the rest of August are Shenmue Collection and Fire Pro Wrestling World. 2 games is not enough to cover me for over 2 weeks, right? So obviously I need something to have a strong finish to August to take us into the hardcore gaming season. I want people to start coming by my gameplay streams more often and get used to being here for when all the new releases start hitting, right? So what am I going to do to drum up interest? So I did a poll over my day off yesterday on Twitter, and the options were 4 games that you guys voted on. Almost 1,000 people voted, by the way. I think it was like 900 and change that voted on this poll. Pretty good participation, so thanks to anyone who did vote, okay? And so, what were the options? Dead Cells, which is an indie game that's all the rage right now. Grand Theft Auto 3 HD, kind of a redemption run in that because I never really finished that game legit. Dark Souls 3, the second run, where I go through the game a second time, this time on the PS4, thank God, because it ran like shit on Xbox One, and I hope it runs better on PS4. Or Death's Gambit. Now, here's the thing. I did not expect that an indie game was going to win, despite the fact that people seem to scream that I don't play enough indie games. Every time I play an indie game, it gets no attention on my streams. I don't know why. I'm not a viewer, right? I just play the games. But over the years, when I try to play games such as Salt and Sanctuary, Ori and the Blind Forest, Valiant Hearts, Child of Light, among many others, they don't get any fucking attention. People complain they're boring and to do something else. I don't know why, but that's just what happens all the fucking time. So I put those games on the poll, but I seriously didn't expect that they were going to win. I really didn't. And guess what? I was absolutely correct. Dark Souls 3 came in first. GTA 3 came in second, I think it was about 4 or 5% behind Dark Souls 3. And then another like 3 or 4% behind that was Dead Cells. And then, Death's Gambit was like nowhere to be found. It was like way down there, like 10-12% of the vote or something like that. Okay. So that being said, we're playing Dark Souls 3 again. Okay? But understand, I would have been just as happy to play anything else. I'm just going with what people voted for, alright? If people had voted for Dead Cells or whatever, I would have given it a shot. But I'm telling you guys, and you guys got to understand, I got to go with what my viewing audience wants to see. And sadly, indie games never really seem to be the thing that people clamor for or ask for whatever reason, alright? So, we're starting Dark Souls 3 today. As I said, it'll be about 4 hours of Dark Souls 3 gameplay, give or take, today. I will be playing Dark Souls 3 again tomorrow as my main gameplay stream, so we're going to get 8 hours of Dark Souls 3 fun within the next couple of days, and please, please let this run better on the PS4 than it did on the Xbox One, because if you remember, it really sucked on the Xbox One. The frame rate was fucking duty. It was so choppy, and it was slow-mo, dropping frames of animation and shit, which then would drop button inputs. It was really bad, that first run, so I hope it's much better on PS4. Okay? Okay. So that's going to be today and tomorrow, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, starting this week, I will be playing the Shenmue collection, and I will be balancing Shenmue with Dark Souls 3, maybe even alternating between, depending on how things go, okay? But that leaves a question of what else will I be playing, right? Because I'm not just going to be playing only 2 games. As you know, I have nighttime streams and the like, so what am I going to be balancing with that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have a big announcement. Well, first of all, you know I'm going to keep playing retro Street Fighter. I love the old throwback Street Fighters, Super Turbo and Third Strike, and so you can probably expect about once a week, I'll be playing those throwback Street Fighters as a nighttime stream. All right, I just like it. I have fun with it. I enjoy it, and I'm going to definitely keep playing classic Street Fighter to balance with all that stuff. Okay, but ladies and gentlemen, oh my God, people are saying. Wow, people are actually saying Scarface in the stream chat. Oh my God. Well, that actually wasn't the announcement, but I wouldn't write that out, okay? If you guys didn't know, I did a Rageathon marathon on Friday, and one of the games I played was Scarface, and in the 45 minutes I played, I actually did a successful drug distribution run, which means if I do 1 to 2 more of them, I can actually unlock the final mission of the game and beat it. After, what was it, another game I was away from 2 years and didn't finish, right? So, yeah, I will probably... Alright, let's put it this way. Maybe I will add that as a nighttime stream at some point for variety's sake and see if I could do the distribution mission and finish the game. I'm not promising that I will, and I'm certainly not promising that I'm going to be able to finish it, but I may give it a shot. How about that? Alright, so Scarface may make a potential return as a nighttime stream. But the real announcement that I was going to make, ladies and gentlemen... Pigs have flown, hell has opened up, and it was full of ice cream and snowmen, because I'm actually considering playing Street Fighter V. Yes. I hate the game. I think it's the worst numbered Street Fighter in human history. But I played it on Friday, and I actually won some matches with a shitty character. Apparently Ryu is one of the worst characters, alright, in the game. And I actually won. And it got kind of a craving back to want to play Street Fighter again, okay? And people have been begging me to play Street Fighter V for the past 2.5 years that I haven't touched the game. They go, Phil, are you going to play Street Fighter V? Go back to Street Fighter V to hype this game. All right. So I'm considering playing it, again, as maybe nighttime streams. I'm not saying that I'm going to do, like, crazy long major sessions of it or anything. It'll be something that I balance in with my other stuff. So I'm doing Shenmue and Dark Souls 3 as my featured streams, and then at night I'm doing stuff like Retro Throwback Street Fighter V, Scarface, and maybe every once in a while, even if people really want to fucking see it, maybe I'll do a session of Madden or something. I don't know. I still have it on my fucking PS4. I don't know why. So that is kind of cool, I think. Okay, we'll talk about ultimate variety. Now, I'm not going to make any promises to you in regards of what's going to happen with Street Fighter V. Will I check out other characters besides just Ryu, or will I just play Ryu? I don't know. Will I eventually earn enough credits to buy new characters? By the way, I'm not fucking buying any characters in the game. I'm not spending $1 on it at all. But if I do earn enough credits or whatever in-game to buy a new character, then maybe I will, okay? But yeah, I think after 2 years away, so many people seem to enjoy watching me play Street Fighter V on Friday, regardless of the fact that I suck at it, and I don't know anything about it. I will definitely, play some more of it, okay? I'll give it a shot. Now, I'm also not promising long-term. Just because I'm playing Street Fighter V, maybe a nighttime stream this week, does not fucking mean that I'm going to keep playing it nonstop, okay? Alright, so that's the deal. Today, Dark Souls 3. Tomorrow, Dark Souls 3. And ladies and gentlemen, Monday night, I'm playing Street Fighter V. Monday night's late night stream will be Street Fighter V, okay? Tuesday, it'll be Shenmue and Scarface. How about that? Shenmue and Scarface on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we'll see. Do you guys want more Dark Souls 3? Or do you want more Shenmue? And then that night, maybe more Street Fighter V, maybe classic Street Fighter. We'll see, okay? What a week this is going to be. And here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal, is that I think this is going to turn a bad situation with We Happy Few into a good situation. Because what I'm hoping is that, because I'm now playing Dark Souls 3 and Street Fighter V and Scarface, these are things people have wanted to see for a long time. Hopefully, this will reinvigorate you guys to come into the streams and hang out with me and participate and talk with me and contribute and everything, right? That would be tremendous. That would help out so much if now, instead of having a slow time because of We Happy Few sucking, it now becomes busy, right? That's what I need now. I need a burst of attention on the stuff to get into this hardcore gaming season, hitting the ground running fast and feeling good and having a lot of people come to the streams, okay? So hopefully these changes I'm making right now are going to do just that. Fair enough? I'm very excited. I'm serious. I'm very fucking excited about the next couple of weeks, okay? Sound good? Fair enough? All right, let's get quickly to plugs, and then I need to do shout-outs in about 15 minutes. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you love my content, you love my streams, you love my on-demand videos, there's many ways that you can support the content and allow me to continue to do this for a living as a full-time job. How can you help? Number one, you can check out my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. Anything you pledge there helps me out tremendously. If you pledge $5 or more this month, you'll be nominating and voting on indie games for an upcoming indie games event. That's really awesome, but there's other perks there as well. Please consider pledging. Check it out. Thanks to anyone who is a current pledgee. Number two, there's my Teespring shop. I'm currently selling my 10th anniversary line of product because I, yes, have been doing this for 10 years next month. And so please give it a look. Great quality product. Lots of good shirts and new designs there. People have really been enjoying them. Thanks to anyone who bought something already. But if you haven't, give it a look. Teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. If you're here live on stream and you want to get a shout out and participate in the stream, you can either cheer, sub, or tip. And if you do any of those things during the stream, I will give you a verbal shout out. But please try to keep it positive. Please don't bring in negativity, no insults, no negative crap. I don't want to hear about drama and other people doing nasty stuff. All I care about is the fun stuff going on this stream, period. Don't derail it with politics or religion. None of that stuff is allowed. All right, most people get it. My streams end up being pretty fun, all the time. That's why I do this for a living, right? Now, in addition to that, if you want to get visual recognition for your contributions, if you cheer 50 bits or more in a single cheer, if you subscribe to the channel and click the share button after you do, or if you tip me $5 or more in a single tip, you'll get an on-screen thank you animation to play. All right, that animation is pretty cool, and then I will also give you your verbal recognition as well. So thanks to any contributions, guys, as you can see at the top of your screen, not only do we have a current tally of subs, as well as top cheerer and top tipper, we also have the death counter for Dark Souls 3, and that will be in effect for the entirety of Dark Souls 3 up there at the top of the screen. Fair enough? In addition, if you subscribe to the channel, you get cool things such as no ads. You will never have to see ads when I run them. Today I'm going to be taking 3-4 ad breaks to stir the sauce or season it. You won't have to see those anymore. Pretty cool, right? You get all access to all of my fun emotes, and especially now that I'm going to be playing Street Fighter more with Street Fighter V, and the fact that I have fun Street Fighter emotes, you probably will be utilizing them a lot more often. And of course, you get a cool chat subscriber badge to show how long you've been a loyal subscriber as well. Thanks to anyone who subs. I appreciate the support. If you would like to tip me during today's stream, there are two ways you can do so. If you either look below the stream, there should be a button that says tip jar. Click on that. It'll take you to my PayPal tips page where you can either be anonymous or leave a name and a message to get a shout out during the stream. Or if you don't see that tips jar button, you may be on a mobile version of the site. If that's the case, just type !tip into the stream chat. It'll bring up a link that you can click on and then you can leave a tip with that method. Yeah! I'm done with the plugs. How does that sound? All right, and now let's move on to shout outs, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, some people who actually cheered, subbed, and tipped while I was not here during my day off. Let's give them some credit. We've got Infinite55 who did a 1,000-bit cheer. Thank you, Infinite. Golden Colts swung back by and did a 25-bit cheer. Thank you, Golden Colts. Good to see ya. Emperor Swagons cheer. He said, what are your thoughts on Battlefield 5 coming under flack for the whole supposed SJW agenda with the female lead and her having a prosthetic arm? Like, I get it's a video game. You can see why people are upset with them not trying to make it historically accurate. After they came out and said accept it or don't buy it, I kind of feel less inclined to buy the game. It's up to your personal preference. If you're looking for historical accuracy in a video game and that's what you care about, then you shouldn't buy Battlefield 5 because it sounds like it's not going to be historically accurate whatsoever. If you're just looking for a fun time and you don't really care about historical accuracy and you want to suspend your disbelief to just have a good romp, then probably Battlefield 5 will be fun. And by the way, most people buy Battlefield 5 for the competitive online play, not for the story, so therefore I don't know how much of an impact it really will have. Emperor Swagons didn't resubscribe for the 8th month in a row, so thank you for the resub. Then he cheered again and said, what are your opinions on the Disgaea games? I tried a demo on the Switch and I didn't like it. On the other hand, I bought an Octopath Traveler just for the hell of it and I actually like it, and I never played this style of game before. Disgaea is a unique combination of JRPG and strategy game because of the spacing and stuff that you need to do for the combat. It also has a very quirky, over-the-top, kind of silly, even sometimes sexual comedy style, Japanese culture-ish plot line. It's not for everyone at all, but there are people who would like it. If you like things that are very Japanese culture-centric, you'll probably like it. And if you like that strategy-based RPG-style gameplay, you'll probably like it. I've only played 2 of them. One of them I did a full playthrough of way back in the day, and it was the first game of that era type I ever made for YouTube, or ever played for YouTube. Then I tried to play the sequel, and no one liked it. So, there you go. It's kind of hit or miss. Lollipop cheers says, Phil, I enjoyed the Rage-a-thon. It was nice and well done. Congrats on the new PS4 Pro. Because I think that's what the good news is. Well, actually, no, that is not the good news. The good news was that I am coming back to Street Fighter V after 2 years away. I'm going to give it an honest shot. But yeah, I am getting a PS4 Pro hopefully tomorrow as well. Okay? Spoiled8919, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Spoiled. Then we have DS Bank Manager who tipped me $5 and basically did a trollish kind of a comment. I'll read it anyway. He says, welcome to DS Bank, a bank that is so safe that if you lose your money, it's not our vault. Har, 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 har. Hilarious, but anyway, thank you for the $5 tip. Okay, now, for those who cheered, subbed, and tipped during today's stream, we start with the Honest Troll, who said you got over 700 viewers at some points during your Rage-a-thon. You might as well just make it a weekly thing, though probably not a marathon. Well, here's the thing, Honest Troll. Number one, I did get a lot of viewers, which was great. Now, how many of those viewers were here just to make fun of me versus how many of those viewers will actually say, wow, that was a fun stream and I want to come back and watch Phil's stuff long term? I don't know. You can never gauge that stuff. Obviously, it was a really fun day, and I did get a lot of momentum, especially during the Street Fighter V segment. There were a lot of people here. So let's see if we can keep that momentum going. Now that I'm playing Street Fighter V and Scarface this week, maybe we can get it back, okay? Resident Evil Beating cheered, said, now that you will be playing Red Dead 2 and Spider-Man on PS4 Pro, will you run your streams at 1080p 60 frames per second? First of all, I'm not even aware those games run at 1080p 60 frames per second. I would guess they don't on PS4 Pro. I would guess that probably they're guaranteed 1080p 30 frames per second with more detail on PS4 Pro. And most games that I play do not run at full 60 frames. I mean, just to give you some perspective, games that used to always run at 60 frames, like Call of Duty, now don't even do that anymore. I just played the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 beta, and it barely ran at 30 frames per second in a lot of cases. So, see what I mean? Like, I don't think there's any reason to change how I'm doing it yet. And a lot of people have also said, well, you're going to do 4K? No, of course not. I have no capability to record in 4K. If I played a game on 4K, I wouldn't even be able to capture it because my capture device is only 1080p, and I don't have money to upgrade my entire setup here. I can't get a new capture device, a new PC. That's not happening, okay? But anyway, when the PS4 Pro comes, the primary difference is going to be, number one, I will be playing it, most games in 1080p, and we're going to see how they perform in 1080p. If it's a game that runs at 60 frames, like a fighting game like Street Fighter, and you know it's going to look better in 60 frames, I may still play broadcast at 720p, but we got to test it. There's no way to know how I'm going to do anything until we test it out, right? Maybe some games will be 1080p 60 frames. If that's the case, though, what I would have to do is not record for YouTube, or if I record, you know what I mean? Like, I can't capture and stream at different qualities. That's the problem, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm actually capturing at a much higher bitrate quality than I am for Twitch. Right now, if I were to broadcast 1080p 60 frames per second on Twitch, it would be choppy and pixelated because they have such a low limitation. I think it's like 6,000 kilobits per second or whatever that you can broadcast at. So because I can't exceed that, 1080p 60 frames looks like shit if I try to broadcast it on Twitch. If I record it at a higher bitrate for YouTube, like 9,000 okay, then it looks good. But I can't do, you know what I mean? I haven't been able to do that on Twitch. They don't let you because of their bandwidth limitations. So that's a whole other door to open at a future date when we figure out what happens once the PS4 Pro is here and I start using it. Let's not worry about it till we get to that hurdle. Fair enough? All right, Grazy Dream did a 100-bit cheer here, the top cheerer for the day, so let's get him up here on the stream leaderboard. And he says, will you be doing an unboxing video for the PS4 Pro? No, there's absolutely no reason to do so. It's not a special edition of the PS4 Pro. It's not a new console. This console's been out for many years, and there's nothing to show you guys, so I'm not doing an unboxing video. Ripley Atomic Cheered says, thanks for your Persona 3 stream last week. I'm absolutely in love with Persona 5. If you were a Persona, who would you be? Of course, people would make jokes and say that I would be like Mara, the living dick, or something like that. No, I would be Belphegor, the demon who's taking a shit. That would be me. Emperor Swaggins Cheers says, please tell me you're going to be doing DLCs for Dark Souls 3. Normally the DLCs aren't that big of a deal, like in Dark Souls 1 or 2, but the DLC for Dark Souls 3 has the real challenge since the main game is easy. I may or may not. I do have the Fire Fades edition, which includes the DLCs. That's the edition I have on PS4. So the possibility is there, but I'm not promising it simply because of time constraints. You know, I've got this week and next week to focus on Dark Souls 3 balanced with Shenmue and then Fire Pro Wrestling World. And then in September, we immediately start with new releases like Dragon Quest XI, Spider-Man, and other stuff. So I can't have Dark Souls 3 lingering forever as a playthrough that I never finish because I decided to do every DLC. All right. I already did beat the legit DLCs, you know, years ago. 2 years ago or whatever, when they came out, I beat them. So it's not like, oh, Phil never beat them and he has to go back now and, you know, it's not like Bloodborne where I never beat old hunters. I've already done them. So will I do them? Maybe eventually, but I'm not promising that in this run. This is more of a vanilla run for now, okay? Fluttershy Cheers says, all hail the Pirate Princess Kairi Sane for winning the NXT Women's Championship belt. Yes, she did last night at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. She won over Shayna Baszler. It was a pretty damn good match, in my opinion. And it showcased that both of these women are actually... Shayna Baszler is getting way better. Even though she's not amazing in the ring, she's actually way better. And she's shown that she can actually be a really good character, which is great. It's good to see people from MMA, after a life of being in MMA and having their bodies all fucked up from MMA, coming into pro wrestling now and becoming sports entertainers and finding a new calling. I think both her and Ronda Rousey, even though I do agree Ronda Rousey was pushed way too quickly and she's way higher than she should be right now, they're both actually really good. In the ring, they're doing really well. So it's good to see both of Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey in WWE actually working their asses off and doing well, unlike Brock Lesnar. And Kairi Sane, you know, a very top Japanese talent, a good acquisition for WWE, and did a great job, and good match. Good stuff. Okay. Timbo Slice Charity says, just so you know, I don't think it's your system. PS4 Pro has an HDMI issue where the TV goes black for about 15 to 20 seconds. Most times it only happens at the start of gameplay, but I've had it happen more than that. And first time it happened to me, I thought it was my system, but it's a known issue that Sony has yet to fix after almost 2 years at Pro launch. Do not want you to think it was your system. So apparently PS4 Pro has an issue where your screen goes black for 20 seconds at the start of gameplay, like booting a game. Okay, I didn't know that. Thanks for the warning. I would much rather have the screen go black for 20 seconds when we're booting a game than lose my fucking audio completely and have to pause the fucking gameplay stream and have to unplug, replug, restart, fuck up, punch the fucking console, you know, kick it, and fucking piss on it, and fucking get it to work. It's a piece of shit. So... thank you. And then, Timbo Slices, did you get a tracking number for the PS4? I hope it's not the other times it never shows up. No. Dude, I'm 100% sure it's coming. Like I said, a delivery was actually attempted yesterday, but I wasn't home. And due to the value of a PS4 Pro, FedEx wasn't just going to leave it on my doorstep. But, you know, $400, $500, I don't even know how much it is, console. They're not just going to leave it there. So they're coming back tomorrow. So we should be good. Okay? All right, guys. I think I got through all the shout-outs already. So look at that. I actually got a ton of stuff done within 30 minutes. I had to rush like crazy in order to, but I think I covered everything. Okay? So here's the deal. I am going to take a small break. I'm going to go stir and season the sauce and probably use the bathroom. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to start with Dark Souls 3 right here on the stream. I hope you guys are excited. Hope you guys will, you know, interact and participate. I hope it's going to be a fun stream today. Being that I'm just basically listening to all of your feedback and doing exactly what I've been asked. Please play games that we've wanted you to see come back to for a while. You know, please do things like Scarface or Street Fighter V. This is what we want. So I'm bringing this stuff back on purpose to listen to you guys directly and give you what you want in the hopes that, you know, this month will end on a strong note because I really need it. I mean, real talk, guys, YouTube revenue is abysmal. First of all, it was bad anyway before I lost my ads for 2.5 weeks. Then I lost them for 2.5 weeks, which paid me no money. And now they're back and they're paying me almost nothing to the point where it's like, things are rough. I need to get a real reinvigoration over here on Twitch. I need to get my Twitch boosted for the next 2 weeks because I need to make up for this shitty performance on YouTube. And I'm very nervous right now about the next few months because I don't know how I'm going to pay for stuff if I'm not making enough money. You see what I mean? And it sucks that on YouTube there's nothing I can do about it. I'm putting out the same videos or whatever. There's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is focus on Twitch and try to do stuff you guys want, and that's what I'm doing. So hopefully you guys enjoy the streams to come this week. All right? I mean, Dark Souls 3, Street Fighter 5, Scarface, Classic Street Fighter, Shenmue. It's going to be a lot of fun. Good stuff, okay? And Ire Sect, I can't even say this guy's name, but he cheered and said, what happened to Octopath? I'm not playing it. It took way too long for me to finish up Persona 5, and I just don't have time to play Octopath. Now we've got Shenmue, then we've got Dragon Quest 11, and Octopath is not being played. Maybe at a future date, but not now. Prince Cook cheered and said, how is everyone today? And then subscribed to the channel for the 2nd month in a row. For those who don't know, I believe that's John Cook, who changed his name. I have no idea why he even likes to have names like this, but okay. All right. And Beppo Carrot cheered and said, go DSP. Thank you, Beppo Carrot. All right, guys, that's it for the pre-stream. Give me about a 5-minute break here to go season the sauce, use the bathroom, and then we'll be back with the premiere of the Dark Souls 2 second run. Sound good? I'll be right back.